Alright, welcome back everyone to another episode of Let's Play Bloodborne. In the last episode, we took on the blood-starved beast and tried to get down into a certain area. But in this episode, we're going to go ahead and still try it. But I wanted to come back to the hunter's dream because of this right here. Now, this is where we can go and get all of our items that we can get, including the oil urn that I completely forgot you could buy from here. But besides getting the oil urn, which I am still going to do, hopefully if I have enough, I wanted to come over here and buy this Hunter Chief Emblem. Pretty much this is a key to get into the gate to the Grand Cathedral's Round Plaza, which we'll need to progress even further. So of course, I only have enough for let me see. I want to use these so I can at least have left over to build off of. Okay, that just about put me up to 10,000, but I'm not going to worry about it. 14 is good. Okay, so now that that's taken care of, I'll see you guys back at the cathedral. And we are back here in the cathedral. Now, I'm going to come back over here again, and I'm not going to worry about the old man using the gap. So, I'm just going to go ahead and run this guy on. Did wrong, if I remember right. There's a way to... Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I was planning. Hold on a second. I'm pretty sure... I'm trying to remember how I did it last time I played, but... It's been a while. I know there's a way you can jump down onto one of those things. Okay. Let's try this again. Where is that? I swear. Okay, that's what I was aiming for. Okay. Dang! I almost had it. Darn it. There's a way to get down there. I'm just trying to remember how the pathway worked. There is a way down there. I'm trying to remember it.
should be able to.
Maybe I can't do it just... Well, no, I can't do it because I was real close to jumping on that thing. One more try, and then we'll move on. Because I want to try and get what's in that behind that door. Close. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. So now, let's see. Can I jump down here and go in here now? If I can't, this will be wasted. Yes, I can. Perfect. Alright. Welcome to the old abandoned workshop. And as you can see, we got the trophy Source of the Dream. And if you don't recognize it, this is where the original Hunter's Dream was actually created. This whole place was the original workshop for the hunters, and it got abandoned after a while, and pretty much it was left to decay. So as you can see, we have all the stuff here where the doll would be, where we'd spawn in, the tombstones where we would be able to teleport, and then of course the tombstones over here for the chalice dungeons. So if we go over here and grab this, we get the doll set, and we'll get this, the old hunter's bone, which is very, very, very useful. Okay, so this 1/3 of an umbilical cord, we'll be using that for later. So I'll go ahead and show it off right now. Where is it? A great relic, also known as the Cord of the Eye. And then the old hunter bone. The art of quickening speeds up rolling in quick steps. So we can't use it yet because our arcane isn't high enough to be able to use it. But we'll be trying to get that up here shortly. Another thing that I forgot to show off. Where is it? It should be in the key item. Small hair ornament. A small plain hair ornament. Now this, we'll go ahead and go back to the Hunter's Dream. I won't skip this. And as you can see over here, here's the doll originally. Okay, so now that that's done, let me see. I don't think there's anything else here. No, I don't think it was. Okay, so let's go ahead and head back to the Hunter's Dream. I'm actually glad I was able to get down there finally, because that's going to be useful for us. Very useful. Okay, so what you want to do now with the small hair ornament, walk up to the doll.
Welcome home, good hunt. What is it you desire?
Now you'll have a new choice where you can give her the small hair ornament. Go ahead and give her the small hair ornament.
What? What is this? I can't remember. Not a thing, only I feel a yearning, something I never felt before. What's happening to me? Tell me, Hunter, could this be joy?
And now we got a tear stone. Okay, so the tear stone is just like the blood gemstone. We can crack it open and we'll get a new stone that we can use for our weapons. Now the tear blood gemstone, the tear blood gemstone, if I'm right, it's for Yes, it's for the weapons. But unfortunately, it's a little bit less useful for the weapons, but we'll use them on certain other weapons. I need 3 of them. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's about it here. We'll go ahead and head back to that old tombstone. Oh. Okay, I actually did want to go back to the abandoned workshop. That way we won't have to go all the way up to the top of that elevator and then have to drop all the way down. We'll already be like halfway down, so hopefully we won't die on the next ball here. Okay. Now let's see. What's the next? What's the next drop? Let's drop here. Okay. Now we survive. Okay, so as you can see, we have a new beast here. This one isn't actually a normal beast. This is actually a human that's still partially a beast that's still partially human. But we'll see why in a second. We got the beast rune from him, and with that, go over here. Beast rune boosts effects of temporary transformation. So we can actually transform into a beast, but you have to do a certain amount of damage, and it's a whole lot of stuff that I haven't even tried to do yet to try and become a beast. So I haven't actually transformed yet, but it is possible to transform into it. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to this.
A night of curses. A night to remember. Will you say, friends?
Okay, and as you see, people have literally lost their marbles, so there's no saving that one. And we pretty much get the Yardum set down here. That's another reason why I wanted to come down here. Oh, if I go any further, that's going to go out that way. I want to go back here. Now, these guys will come out after you get your insight up to 11 or 10. Now, you want to watch out for them, but there is one certain part that I actually want to kill. And these guys can pack a wallop. So you want to try them. Yeah, see, he pretty much did half health damage. I don't want to die just yet, because dying to him right now would be a little bit of an issue for me. Oh. We survived that guy, and those big guys will be dropping most of the upgrade materials that we'll need to upgrade our weapons and whatnot. Okay, so I'm going to take these guys out. Okay, so now I want to come down here. I want to watch out for these guys, because these guys are a pain in the ass. They'll suck the inside out of you if you're not careful. Okay, so that fire blood gemstone, we can use that to put on our weapons, and instead of having to find fire paper or some other item that can buff our weapon to have fire, we'll automatically have it doing fire damage. So that's one good thing. Let's see, I think there's a way you need to hop off. Okay, so we're back in the cathedral world, but this time we're on the other side of the gate. Now this is where this is not exactly where I want to be just yet. How's that? Okay. Do you drop anything? No, you do not. You are worthless to me. Okay. Alright. Kill off this crow. You off. That's another thing about Insight also forgot to mention. Certain enemy placements will now end up being a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? Sporadic. Meaning they'll start popping up more with each amount of insight you have. So pretty much the higher the insight you have, the more enemies that will be out, and a lot tougher they'll be. But the same can go for having less insight. The less enemies, the easier it'll be, the less enemies there will be out. Now I'm trying to... Oh yeah, that's right, I gotta climb up here. That's what I was looking for. Got something here. Okay, numbing mist. This is pretty much just like the Lloyd's talismans. The numbing mist throw to create a mist cloud that prevents HP restoration. That's good for when you're doing like the PvP battles. So we won't, I don't think most of the enemies here will actually be trying to heal, but that's mainly used for PvP. Okay, let me see. Okay, I think that's about it. As I see the bodies roll around in couples. Okay, so now I want to come over this way. Too slow. All right. And you're dead. Alright. Now let's go ahead and kill off the giant guy here. I don't know how I'm missing all those other shots. Gigantoid is dead. Alright, now that that's done, we can go up here. Now, originally we wouldn't be able to enter here because we wouldn't have the Hunter's Chief emblem. But now, since we do, we can now get through here. Alright, so now we got two more of these things, and we also got these, big church-goer guys again. And they also have new weapons. And now they have a freaking handheld flamethrower. Go on, bro. Excuse me. Sorry about that. You're dead. Okay, so we are going to come back up there towards the middle, but I want to go down here first, due to the fact there is a few people that we can actually talk to. So, I want to come talk to this guy first.
You're not from around here, are you? Or an outsider who's come to join the hunt? What a pathetic idea. You what? What, you think I'm a beast? Well, maybe I think you're a beast. And step away from our castle.
Okay.
Oh, enough of you. What, you think this is funny? Well, I certainly don't, so be gone with you. I'll have nothing to do with your beast stunts. Oh, enough with you already. Come on, just go with you.
Alright. So now that we've talked to him, let's go ahead and talk to this person over here.
Oh my, what a queer scent. But I take it over the stench of blood and beasts any day. What is it then? I'm off during hunts, so if that's what you're here for, I'll leave you to your own devices. If that doesn't do it, come back in the morning, darling.
Okay, so this one is kind of interesting. This is pretty much a prostitute right here. I didn't know it until I looked up this part exactly, and yeah, found out she is a prostitute.
Oh, thank goodness. You're a hunter, right? Don't you know of a safe place?
Yes,
The
we
night
do.
is long, and a very little of the incense left. Please, there must be some nice place to run off to.
Alright, so let's go ahead and tell her of Odin Chapel.
Oh, thank you, darling. Maybe I'll see you there.
Okay, so now we got another person added into the Odin Chapel. Let's go talk to this guy again.
What's this two-bit nonsense you're peddling? I heard you told that wench about some shelter. Well, she's a damn fool to trust an outsider. And why? Well, her sort's probably just fixing to feed some of your coin. All right. What crafty lies does the outsider have today? You think I'm an easy mark? Yeah? Well, give me your best shot.
Okay, so this guy will withhold the information.
What, afraid your lies will be exposed? Yeah, I knew you'd back off. Yeah, an outsider you may be, but at least you know when you're bested.
Okay, so the reason why I didn't tell him this, I want to go ahead and use, where is it? There it is. Use this Bold Hunter's mark. There's a reason why I didn't tell him that, and I'm about to show him. It's like something. Now, if you're here, I want to come up here and actually knock on this door.
Oh, well, hello. Splendid. Let me ask you a small kindness. You're soon off to hunt, I presume? Then, if you find any survivors, tell them to seek Yusefka's clinic. Upon my Hippocratic oath, if they are yet human, I will look after them. Perhaps even cure them. This sickness, these beasts, they are not to be feared. This time the night is long. I may be trapped here, but I should do something to help. I'll even offer a reward for your cooperation. Tempted? Well, off you go then.
Okay, so not only is the Odin Chapel a place where people can seek haven, but Yusefka's clinic is also a place. But there's a catch, and I'll show that off later in the Let's Play. We'll be coming to that area later, but there's a reason why I wanted to get that. So let's go ahead and head back to the abandoned old workshop, which is actually one of the forgotten places, and that's why that tombstone is now lit up. Certain places have been forgotten, so once you find them, of course, you'll be able to pretty much have access to them now and a little bit easier to get around. Okay. Wait a second. Should I be going to... yeah, it's a little bit of a shortcut anyway. Okay. Okay, made it down safely this time. Okay. Kill me here. Toodaloo, motherfucker. Have fun on your way down. Okay, now. Alright, now that they're out of the way, let's continue on. See, just for that, I was going to be nice and let you live, but nah. Alright. So now that we talked to, what's her name, here she is.
Oh, hello, dear. You weren't lying. This is a safe place.
Apparently something died.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
And now we have a new
I'd like to
emote,
tender my
or-
thanks, but I haven't much to offer. All I can give is my blood. But would you even take a whore's blood?
Okay, now, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. There's another character that we can bring in here that we can save, but she won't be found until later in the game. Or probably a little bit closer to the next part that I want to try and do. So we can take her blood, but then that other one's blood we won't be able to use. This one is... we can go ahead and take it now since we don't have her here. But the other one will become hostile at us.
Oh, good. Come close, dear. Don't worry. This isn't the first time.
Okay, Ariana's blood. Now, it'll give us a stamina boost, but I won't go ahead and use it just yet because I want to try and get that other thing. So, let's go ahead and try and go get him. He's not the one I was talking about. Okay. You can have fun over there screaming all you want, but I'm nowhere near you. Let's go ahead and get rid of it. I got fire defense on that. Alright. you're done. Alright, now let's go over here and talk to this guy.
You just can't help yourself, can you? Go on then, fine. Go on, tell me all about it, you little safe haven.
Okay, so this guy, he'll do the opposite of what you say. So if you tell him to go to Odin's Chapel, he'll go to Yusefka's clinic. But if you tell him to go to Yusefka's clinic...
Yeah, sorry, too sharp for that bollocks. I know a superstition when I hear one. Outsiders, even their lies are predictable.
Okay, so you think he'll go to Yusefka's clinic, but he'll actually end up in Odin Chapel. It's a little bit weird how the guy acts to the situation, but yeah, he wants to be an idiot, so let him be an idiot. I always say. Okay, so now we have the Black Church set. And this is always one part I hated about this part. They always hide in that dark smoke, but once you get the feel for it, you ain't gotta worry about them. This poison knife, which will actually be useful eventually. You're missing all your shots, buddy. I am about to die, and that is not good. Alright. Some more blood vials in this. You know what? I'm sick of that. Where to next? Okay, so what's up here again? I forgot. Oh, this is just the back way into open up that gate. Sweet. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and clear out this courtyard real quick. This isn't good. One down, one to go. Come on. Alright. And that's two giant idiots now. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it off here. We got pretty far and finally got into the healing church area, which is where the next boss fight will take place up there. But until then, I'm going to go ahead and end it off here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. And hopefully everyone had a good day. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. So, yeah. And I will see you all in the next episode.